Welcome back to Golden Goose and my Road to Glory series that follows myself, Zach Letter, as quarterback of the Kansas Jayhawks. Now today I have a doubleheader for you guys, and first off we're taking on Rutgers. This is an away game and Kirk is siding with Kansas on this one. We're now ranked number 19 in the country. Now Rutgers is a little bit better than us on defense, but overall I think we're going to be able to pull this game off. It's probably going to be a close one, which, I mean, that's just because of horrible recruiting, and I blame our head coach and the entire staff. And then in the second game of today's episode, we take on Old Dominion, which should be a guaranteed win. If it's not, I'm very upset. Now here's how our conference is shaking out right now. There's some good competition for us this season. Baylor 2-0, TCU 2-0, Oklahoma 2-0, Oklahoma State 3-0. These teams are just looking so good already this season. Now we've only had one game. We're sitting at 1-0. We're up here in the top 5 of our conference. Texas, though, they're a sleeper team right now. They just had a bye week. They're going into competition again this week. I think they're going to improve to 2-1. They're going to be a team to watch. Iowa State, I mean, they're going to be in the bottom of the barrel come towards the end of the season, but they have improved a little bit since last year. Their offense is pretty good. Texas Tech, I expect to be somewhere where Iowa State is, probably in the bottom, 4 or so of the conference this season. West Virginia, I really am expecting a good season out of them. 95 offense, 93 defense. 95 overall team. I think they're at least going to go 8-4 this season. They're going to be some very tough competition, especially if we have to play them at their home this season. And Kansas State, always good competition. I think they're going to have a great season. If anything, I think Texas Tech and Iowa State are going to hold these bottom 2 or 3 spots this season, and it's just going to be so interesting to see how the Big 12 shakes out this year. We're still sitting at number 1 for the Heisman. We just had 2 bye weeks to start the season off with and only 1 game, so we're already going into week 4 right now, only playing 1 game, so these next 2 games we play in this episode are going to be important stat padding games, because once we get into our conference matchups, those are going to be some tough games. As you can see, this is a pretty even matchup. Rutgers is 81 overall. We're 81 overall. They have an 81 offense. We have an 83 offense, just a little bit better. But their defense is 83, so matches up with our offense quite well. Our defense is only 78, so their offense has a little bit of an edge. So it's going to be interesting to see how this game kind of progresses, but I expect us to roll on towards 22 victories in a row, and that's what I'm hoping for. And you know what? Just because Rutgers is red... Oh, can we not? Oh, yeah, we can. Okay, so just because Rutgers is red, I'm going to wear the red jerseys just to kind of make them mad. Because why not? Rutgers won the coin toss, and they chose to receive first. They scored on their first drive relatively quickly. It's 7-0, and their crowd's looking pretty impressive, not going to lie. This is going to be an interesting matchup as we're so evenly matched up on paper. There's Frazier, our tight end, who was very reliable in week 1, catching that one for 9 yards. Looking for a little bit quarter keeper here. Quarterback keeper on 2nd and 1, trying to get to the outside, and we do. Trying to beat this defense. Oh, and I thought we were gone. But he catches us by the shoelaces after a 30-yard scramble. First down and 10, knocking on the red zone door. Trying to stay in the pocket here. Feeling a little bit of pressure. There's Frazier, our tight end, wide open inside the 10 to the 5. End zone. That's a 36-yard touchdown reception by our tight end. That's his 3rd touchdown on the season. And this is only game number 2. Our defense gets the stop, 7-7 with 3:52 to go in the first quarter. A little bit of play action here. There's our tight end again, Frazier. He's becoming one of... Oh my God, that stiff arm. He's becoming one of our favorite targets out there. Giving this ball to Steven Jackson, who's only going to find 2 yards up the left side. This crowd is so loud, but we have enough coach trust that we don't get those little squiggly lines anymore, which is pretty nice, to be honest. Claude Moss has been pretty quiet all season. Let's see what we can do here. Trying to lob one super deep, and that's almost intercepted. I don't know how that wasn't taken away. The only reason I could say was his head wasn't really facing us. He had to catch that one in stride like a real receiver, but oh my God. Note to self, need to be a little bit smarter here, especially going into Big 12 play. We can't take risks like that. Uh-oh. Got them on our heels, trying to get away, and we do. Pushing our way to the first down, 8-yard scramble. That quieted this crowd just a little bit, not a lot. Trying to kind of roll out with our line here, and that's Claude Moss. I haven't called his name much this season, but that's an 18-yard catch for the senior. Taking the snap, almost in the red zone here. Trying to lead our receiver. That's Long. We never called his name yet. Wesley Long, 20-yard reception. That was beautiful. Triple option time with our fullback. Well, let's see how this works out. We're going to just keep it and stroll right into the end zone. Oh, man. Looking to make it 14-7 in the first quarter. And, of course, we missed the extra point, but our defense gets a stop. And God, we can't trust our kicker at all. I had to watch every kicking attempt there is, just so there's no cheese. And there's Jackson getting taken down for a 4-yard loss. Taking the ball here. This should be one of the last plays of the first quarter if this is complete, and it is to Frazier, who's going to break a tackle. Oh, no. On the second tackle effort, he's stood up and fumbles the ball downfield. That's a nightmare. Our defense forces Rutgers to a 3-and-out, relatively a quick possession. 6:54 to go in the half. And can we get our fullback deep? I think we can. That's our fullback, Jenkins. 55 overall, making a play. Our head coach kind of seems like a 5-year-old Madden player. He's like, wow, that play worked. Do it again. So let's see if we can find Jenkins open again downfield. I mean, I don't think we're going to strike lightning twice. Oh, lightning doesn't strike twice, but that's Claude Moss. 19 yards. Called his name twice today. Gonna roll out on this one. I want to leave up some options. Come on, pick up a block for me, dude. He does. Whoop. Tried to turn on the spin cycle, and we get laid out. Rutgers doesn't feel quite as scary as Memphis. For some reason, going into that Memphis game, I was quite nervous. But this game, I feel, like I'm still playing kind of backyard football. Obviously, the first 3 games of this season were meant to be tune-up games, I guess, when they scheduled them. So, they're not supposed to be major competition, but it just really doesn't feel like they're all that much competition at all. Trying to get around the edge here. Can't break one. That's 4 yards. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, running the speed option, giving it to Steven Jackson, who's not going to be able to break that one. 3rd and 8. Let's see who we can find in the end zone. That's Griffin. He catches it. He holds on, and that's a touchdown. 13-yard reception, looking to make it 20-7. We have 190 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns. Wow. Great performance today. Defense gets a major turnover. 20-7. We're sitting inside the red zone here to start this possession off. Wilcox, one of our favorite targets of last week's game, has been relatively quiet today. And we try throwing to him. And Noon steps in front of it. That's our first INT of the season. And that's quite disappointing. We tried to force it there, and that's our fault. But our defense says, hey, we're not having any of that. Our defense gets another turnover. We're sitting at the 14-yard line. Okay, let's not mess this one up because our defense isn't going to strike lightning 3 times. And that's Griffin again trying to get in. Getting denied at the 2-yard line. Let's see if we can find anyone open here. This is not to be favored by us. And we're going to get it on our feet in the corner of the end zone. 1-yard scramble for a touchdown. Rutgers goes down and scores 27-14. 1:35 to go in the first half. I think we're going to work the clock all the way down the field and hopefully get in for some type of points before the end of this half. Throwing that one to Wilcox, and he's going to catch it. That's his first reception of the day, 15 yards. I know our coach is just going to start using timeouts, so, we're just going to snap it, not try to kill too much clock. I haven't really seen anyone downfield. Let's see if B adjusts. He does. That's Griffin. Marshall Griffin becoming a favorite target in this contest. 34 yards. He turned it upfield there. Griffin had 3 drops in the last game. He's trying to kind of make a different name for himself in this contest. Claude Moss. He's open. Oh, he steals it from the defender. Claude Moss. Literally, that was pretty much an interception, but Claude Moss ripped it out of his hands. And it looks like we're going to go for some type of quarterback sneak here. We'll see if this works. We're pretty good on the ground, and we get there. That's our 3rd rushing touchdown of this game. We get the ball first to start the second half. 34-14 right now, a 20-point lead here at Rutgers. If we can score on this drive, that's kind of like burying the hatchet here. And that's Dustin Wilcox dropping one. He dropped a couple in practice last week. I'm not surprised to see him drop that one with a little bit of contact. Taking the snap here, 2nd and 10, rolling out, trying to find somebody. And that's Wilcox. He holds on to that one with contact, 1st and 10. 1st down and 10, new set of downs, looking to pass here. There's our tight end, Frazier. Ooh, caught it, but took a punishing hit, 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7, rolling out. There we go. That's Bray. Bray's going to catch this one. Inside enemy territory down to the 48. We just started the second half and we already have over 300 yards passing. We need to really convince the national poll that we're really good again this year. So in these 3 tune-up games, we got to try to put up as many points as we can. So If we have a decent lead, I'm not going to try to conserve too much clock because I just want to get these W's. Bop! Trying to break one there down at the 20 or the 35. Long is going long. That's going to be interesting. Let's see if he's got the speed to break one here. Not really. Uh-oh. That's a Sackmeister. Got to get rid of that. 2nd down and 10. We're closing in on the red zone. Looking to spin out. We got a couple open receivers. Going to launch that one to Nathan Bray, who's going to get us inside the 20 with that 17-yard reception. Inside the red zone, let's get a score. And that is Claude Moss getting us the first down to the, what is that, the 6-yard line? We have one interception today. We need another touchdown to erase that. There's Marshall Griffin again. A 7-yard touchdown reception. Oh, man, if we're beating Rutgers like this, I can't wait to see that Old Dominion game. Let's have Claude Moss go deep. Let's see if we can find him. We're going to try to stay in the pocket here. Going to launch this one. It's going to be one of those go-get-it balls. Claude Moss, you got to go get it. 2nd and 10. We cannot mess around anymore. There we go. Oh, off the run foot. That was a very awkward pass. 3rd and 10. 19 for 25, 346 yards. We have those 3 TDs through the air. I mean, we're having a good game. I mean, just with that mistake, I have a little bit of regret. But there's Steven Jackson finding a block, making a man miss, getting the first down with a nice stiff arm. That's 18 yards and a new set of downs for the Jayhawks. The head coach, I can only imagine him right now on the sideline. Hey, Dad, remember that one time that play worked with Jenkins, the fullback, when he went real deep and you threw it to him? Hey, do that again. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to see if Jenkins can get open. I mean, is he open? Oh, crap. There's a guy right there. Oh! Jenkins' big body masked that guy from my vision completely until the ball was already gone. 2nd and 10, trying to find a man open. I don't like any of this. There we go. Gonna squeeze that one to Moss. Did he hold on? He did. 17 yards. Giving this one to Jackson up the middle. He's gonna find himself 6 yards. Steven Jackson has 4 carries for a total of 1 yard today. Running the ball hasn't been the easiest thing to do. Man in motion. We're looking for the big play. There's Frazier. Ooh! Defender gets his hand in between Frazier and the ball. 3 for 3 on 3rd downs today. And there we go. We got a man wide open. That's Frazier. He's going to get into the end zone. A 27-yard touchdown reception. His 2nd of the day, 4th on the year. We have 408 yards through the air today. This could very well be one of our last drives on offense. We lead by 27 nearing the end of the 3rd quarter here. Coach is probably definitely going to try to give reps to a younger guy. Obviously, we're an NFL hopeful. Next year, we hope to go to the NFL if we don't stay in college. There is Griffin, Marshall Griffin, 42 yards. Now, obviously, that decision hasn't yet been made. We might come back for our senior year if recruiting's looking good. We might go to the NFL. I mean, I just don't know. There's so many opportunities out there. We could be an offensive coordinator in college and skip the NFL completely. I just don't know what we're going to do. It's going to be an interesting life path, but we have plenty of time to think about it. Let's get rid of it. Oh, come on. I was panicking there. That was a panic scramble. Let's see. Who are we going to find here? Nobody really. I mean, we could squeeze it, and it's picked off by Booker. You raise your hand, for God's sakes. Is that going to be a pick 6? It's going to be a pick 6. It is a pick 6. Nightmare fuel. We had 1,000 points. We were about to be a team legend. Now we only have 789. We have 2 picks today. 2 picks on the season. And I think, 7 or 8 touchdowns through the air? We need to be smarter. We need to stay in the pocket. We need to find our open man. Oh, my God. No one's getting open right now. Whoop, gotta go. See you later. Whoop. Oh, made a miss. Breaking ankles. See you later. Everyone gets free casts on me. 47-yard scramble. We made every single defender out there look absolutely silly. Absolutely ridiculous. Ankle breaker extraordinaire here at quarterback. 1st and 10, a new lease on life. There's Wilcox, Dustin Wilcox, squeezing it into him, and we're inside the red zone. The game's looking good. I mean, we're almost over 500 yards passing. I'd love to get there. I just don't know. If we score again here, I don't think they're going to keep us in. B, make a nice block for us. Brrr, put our head down and just charge forward into the end zone. A 14-yard touchdown scramble. And we got a school record for rushing touchdowns in a career. Well, there's lots more of this career to go. It's a 20-point game right now. They're keeping us in 55-35. 90 total points of offense already in this contest. See what we can do here. Claude Moss right on the cut. God dang it. Why did I tried to anticipate that. I'm making all sorts of mistakes. What am I, a freshman again? Am I a freshman? Brett Favre, is that you? Hello? Oh, he's not on the other line. Getting cocky, and it's coming back to haunt us. We already have 3 interceptions in this contest. And I mean, we have a much harder schedule ahead of us, so we just got to get smart. And there's Dustin Wilcox. Let's go down and throw a touchdown and shove it in their face. First down and 10, looking for an open man. Oh, I see one too, but we're running the opposite way, and we really can't deliver it to him. Oh, it's a fumble. What is this? Everything that could go wrong is going wrong. 5 turnovers. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I got my eyes closed right now just because I can't watch. Oh, my God. We're only winning this game by 6. What is happening? What is happening? What on earth is this? Let's play smart, guys. Losing this game would make me extremely sad. Oh, no. God dang it. The screen, it just got covered up, and there was nothing. Oh, God dang it. 2nd and 22. We need to take a breath here. This is ridiculous. We cannot have this game go this way. So let's take a breath, and let's just be patient. There we go. That's Griffin dropping one. Almost intercepted. 3rd and 22. 2:10 to go in this contest. We were horsing around, playing backyard football, and I launched that one. I should have put speed on it. Putting air on it was the wrong move. 4th and 22. Oh my God, are you kidding me? We're losing this game 56-55. This is not how we lose our streak. Not on my watch. 3 timeouts to go. We're rolling out. Watch it. We're fast. Get a block. God dang it. Seriously? Oh, man. Oh, man. Please. Don't let this happen like this. Not on Brett Favre's day. Every day's Brett Favre's day if you didn't know. B's kind of open, but we're on the run. We're not going to be able to deliver it to him. We're going to get out just before the 50. 34 seconds, 3 timeouts. We can work the clock. We just need to get a field goal. We have 8 touchdowns? How does that math make any sense? I don't think we have 8 touchdowns. Oh, I guess we do. We actually do have 8 touchdowns. 8 touchdowns in this game. Just remember, if you're in the comments right now saying I kind of blew this game and I'm a complete idiot and that A and X were open 1,000 times, just know I had 8 touchdowns. Get out of bounds. 3 interceptions, though, and a fumble. That's 4 turnovers on the game for us, and I mean, get rid of it. Yep. See you later. It's nice knowing that ball. This coverage is just too good. I mean, I'm just instantly afraid and want to just run the ball, which I mean is a horrible mistake. And we probably shouldn't be doing that. Gotta go. Gotta get that first down. Slide it. Gonna use a timeout. Woo! 16 seconds down to the 21. Cannot throw an interception. Cannot fumble the ball here. I am so nervous. I am beyond nervous. This is like the national championship game all over again. Because so much of our season rides on this. Oh! Oh, he has 2 interceptions on the day, and he almost had his 3rd. 38 yards. I don't think our dude can make this one. We need to get some more yards here. See what we can do here. There's Griffin. He's been reliable all day, and we're going to take that timeout. Yes, 8 seconds. We can throw 1 for the end zone. 8 seconds to go. We're going to try to run this ball. I mean, let's just try to center up this kick. Take the win. Go down, dude. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Woo, 4 seconds. Make this kick. That's all I can say. Oh, my God, it's from the left hash. Oh, is he going to make it? Come on. Make this kick. Make your career. Go to the NFL. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. Oh, 58-56. This should be the last play of the game. No insane runbacks. No insane runbacks. This is, my God, 114-point scoring affair here. And that's it. 58-56. Kansas pulls it off. I'm an idiot. Made too many horrible decisions and mistakes. Had such a great game going, but then just got way too cocky. We had to be brought back down to earth, though. This is good. This was good because we have Big 12 conference play coming up in 1 more week. After next game, we're going to the Big 12 conference play. And we needed a little slap to the face of reality because, honestly, we had this game well in hand and then played like a bunch of jackasses for the last, 2 quarters, and that almost cost us the game. But we had 8 touchdowns with a total of like 700 yards offense just as the quarterback. It was a great game until we kind of messed things up at the end. Game stat-wise, 26 completions, 40 attempts, 65% completion percentage. Not bad. Almost 500 yards, 493, 4 TDs. Those 3 picks, those were a killer. We were sacked twice as well. Rushing had 182 yards on the ground of 17 carries, 4 TDs. I mean, we had that fumble. I mean, I'm working on my carrying. I think we have 86 overall carry. So, I mean, it was a good game. I mean, 2 of those interceptions, if we could erase them, this would have looked really good on paper. It still does. 8 touchdowns. like nearly 700 yards of total offense for ourselves. I mean, it was a good game. Marshall Griffin, 6 catches, 121 yards. Michael Frazier, 6 catches, 124 yards. Both these men had 2 touchdowns. Just great games by both of them. Claude Moss came out, 5 receptions, 89 yards. Everyone looked really, really good today. High-scoring affair. Kansas holds off the Scarlet Knights in a high-scoring battle. It was like 114 points. We're now ranked number 18 in the nation. I mean, barely moving on the polls, but we're not really playing any real competition. But they call this a blowout alert. As you can see, Old Dominion is 0-3 on the season. I mean, we have a 1 turnover differential, so we have a pretty solid defense this year. Again, the rush defense, number 2 in the nation, only allowing 81 yards per game. Our pass offense is number 4 in the nation. We're just looking great on offense in general, number 2 in the nation for points per game. So Kirk is siding with Kansas on this one, and I don't know who wouldn't. Old Dominion should be looking at a loss here. Here's how everything's kind of panning out in the conference right now. TCU's undefeated, Baylor, Oklahoma State, they all just pretty much had byes. And it looks like Iowa State sitting at number 1 playing the only conference game, improving to 2-1. Who took that loss? Oklahoma. Oh no, their first loss of the season was to Iowa State in conference play. They're sitting at 2-1. Oh no, we've dropped 4 positions on the Heisman board. Those interceptions hurt us. I thought 8 touchdowns would help. 8 touchdowns. 8. Almost 800 total yards in that game, or 700 total yards. But we dropped 3 positions, sitting at number 4. They're 72 overall. We're 81. This should be no contest. Their offense is horrible. 68 overall. Defense is okay. I mean, this should be an interesting one. Old Dominion won the coin toss and chose to defer to us to start this game off. It is raining here, and I mean, it doesn't look like they're sold out, but they do have quite a bit of people in the stands for being an 0-3 team. Let's try to make them 0-4 after this one. Not really seeing anyone get open. There we go. There's our man Griffin. He was on fire last game, and that's a 14-yard reception for him there. We're looking to make our winning streak 23 games if we get a W here, which is just insane. I just never thought coming to college we would go on a massive winning streak like this. A was open, but that was only momentarily. We're going to scramble out for 12 yards. We've already won a Heisman Trophy in our career, but I'm so greedy and selfish. I want another one. And just to know we dropped 3 spots last week, that kills me. Gonna launch this one to Griffin again, who's got the gas, and he finds 39 yards. We gotta put on a clinic today. You know, we're playing Old Dominion. People expect us to throw down like 6 touchdowns. And there's Claude Moss. Nice reception, 18 yards. And we have to try to focus on no mistakes today. That's gonna be the most important thing. There's Frazier. Oh, just stepped in front of, literally as I start talking about that kind of stuff. Screenplay looking for Steven Jackson here. Not seeing him, we're going to just dump it off to Bray. And Nathan Bray's going to push his way into the end zone. That's a 6-yard touchdown reception by Nathan Bray. We went for 4 for 5 on that drive, 77 yards and a TD. Wow, we missed the extra point, and Old Dominion goes down and scores with their like 64 overall offense. Okay, well, good job, EA. Let's see what we can do here to start this drive off, and that is Griffin again, finding the sideline in 31 yards. He's a reception machine these last 2 weeks. First down and 10, creeping in on Old Dominion territory, and that's Griffin. Oh, he drops it. He got laid out. Curious to see what happens with this hot route over here with Claude Moss. Nothing much. Gonna get this to Wilcox, and he's gonna find 2 yards, 3rd and 8. This Old Dominion crowd's pretty loud right now. But there's Marshall Griffin, and he's wide open. No one in front of him to the 5, and he's tackled down around the 4-yard line. Griffin has had such an electric game, multiple large receptions. And there's Frazier. We can't get it away. Will Nathan Bray find the end zone? Nah, that's a little dangerous. I don't want to float that. Let's get it. Almost got it. Eskeed it. The Old Dominion fans are super into this game. I mean, how often does Kansas come to play at your stadium? But we get it to Michael Frazier for a 6-yard touchdown reception. Our defense got a huge turnover, and now we're in Old Dominion territory starting out this drive. 13-7 right now, 2:43 to go in the first quarter, and that's Steven Jackson finding room to the left side for 14 yards. Taking the snap here, first down and 10. Rolling out to the outside, it looked like Victor Griffin got open. We're going to deliver a dart to Nathan Bray, though. Sorry, I meant Marshall Griffin, not Victor Griffin. Still in the first quarter, this game has seemed to go on forever. Looking for anybody and everybody. We break one, 2nd and 7. I can already feel that my QB play isn't as good as it was sophomore year. I mean, we were just more confident last year, but oh my God, that was a sick run. 10-yard touchdown run. And we're looking to make it 20-7. This spin cycle was beautiful. Made 2 men miss. Our defense scored a touchdown, and then Old Dominion scored 26-10 right now, a 16-point lead. 6:01 left in the second quarter. Sending it with Steve Jackson to the right side, who makes a man miss, and he finds himself 8 yards. But like I was saying, I was much more confident in my quarterback play in sophomore season. Right now, I know I'm letting all these new teammates and all these fresh faces kind of cloud my judgment a bit and make me feel like I have to put it more on my back as a quarterback. And I shouldn't. I should be able to rely on these guys, and I just have to try to get in that mindset that I don't have to do everything. And we are going to keep it here. Cut back inside. Oh, if we could have broke one, we might have been gone. 12 yards. And we're trying to find an open receiver. Oh my God, got sacked. I saw 2 open guys, just couldn't make the pass in time. Marshall Griffin's been a madman all season pretty much. And there we go, finding Claude Moss on the right side. 3rd and 1 after a 21-yard reception. Almost 200 yards through the air on this game. We've been doing really good yardage production-wise this season. Week 1, though, we only had 240. But there's Steven Jackson finding 6 yards up the middle and a new set of downs. Thomas is going to take this one, and he's not going to find much. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. Let's see what we can do here through the air. I mean, we can just deliver this one to Moss, who's wide open. And he gets 14 yards. We have a lot of national attention on us as a team right now, with the Heisman candidacy last year and still the Heisman watch this year. A lot of these guys could have chances to go pro if we do well this season. 2nd and 6. Oh, what? Tripped over our halfback, Steven Jackson. I feel like Aaron Rodgers probably felt this season. I mean, I'm kind of new to all my players, my receivers, tight end, etc., running back. And I mean, I'm just not feeling too confident in the team right now, even though we've done pretty well. And, floating that one, it's just not going to go. Or maybe I'm just playing bad to get my head coach fired. I mean, I don't know. We got to work something out, though. I have to stay in the pocket. I have to try to stay calm. And there we go. That should be big. No, he gets there. Turnover. I just totally am not feeling confident in my play and our team's play to feel good about going into the Big 12 matchups in next episode. But we are here on the 3-yard line. A little bit of play action. See if we can find anyone open downfield. And that's Dustin Wilcox for 20. Trying to get downfield and score before the end of this half. Lobbing that one to Claude Moss. Oh, he had like a foot on his man but couldn't break free. Taking the snap in Old Dominion territory. Rolling back like 60 yards. Gonna just get rid of this one. Let's see if we can find anyone deep here. There is Frazier. He catches it in contact but doesn't hold on. 3rd down and 10. I mean, this Old Dominion defense is kind of stopping us right now. Oh, there we go. Oh, their defender pulled off of Wilcox. And I thought I could float it, but he just like climbed a ladder and went and got that one. Right here, I thought I could lob it because their defender completely pulled, and yet they just jumped up and went and got it. Wow. We definitely just need to refocus and center ourselves a little bit because we had such a great season last year. You know, we threw 10 interceptions. This season, we already have 4. So, I mean, it's only week 3. I know we're passing it a lot more than we used to, which is going to lead to more interceptions. Just got to get rid of it there. But we can't be sloppy. We're scrambling a little bit too much, rolling out a little bit too much. Our offensive line isn't as good as they were last season. I do feel a little bit more pressure staying in the pocket, but that's no excuse. There's Frazier. See, we stay in the pocket, we wait for something to develop, and that's a big gain. We need to throw like 3 more touchdowns against Old Dominion just to look somewhat decent. Staying in the pocket, trying to find someone. Oh, I wasn't even watching. I can hear the chants back home. I mean, we got 2 wins, but I can just hear washed up has been. And I can't have that be my legacy. I will not see so many open people, but I'm not making the decisions quick enough. Across the field, and oh my God! Across my body, across the field. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm reverting back to my freshman tendencies. I gotta stay more confident in the pocket here. This is a nightmare of an outing, these last 2 games. I mean, we had 8 touchdowns in the last one, so I'll let those 3 picks slide. But this is just horrible. 5 picks on the season now. There we go. That is Griffin, who's going to drop it. He can't catch a break. I'm nervous going into Big 12 play. I'm not going to lie. TCU, I think, is next week. We need to sharpen up if we want to keep this. Oh, wow. He came through within a quarter of a second. We need to sharpen up if we want to keep this win streak alive. 3rd and 15. This game has just not gone our way whatsoever. Not seen anyone open. Literally, coverage downfield is insane against Old Dominion. We get the first down on the ground. I'm trying to recenter. I'm going to stay in the pocket, trying to stay calm and only scramble if I absolutely need to. Otherwise, we're looking to do something through the air here. And, I mean, he's open. I saw X for a little bit, and it was just a little too risky, but there he is. Claude Moss going to get it done on the second effort. I'm just afraid to float the ball across my body and across the field right now. We just have too many mistakes, and we can't keep repeating them. And there's Frazier again. Beautiful catch. We just need to get a completion streak going, get our confidence up, maybe throw a couple more touchdowns to just feel more confident going into that TCU game. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I tried to get it to Frazier, but I couldn't deliver it to him, and we're hurt on that play. We only had to miss 2 plays. It wasn't really much. 4th and inches. So disappointed. So disappointed in our play. This is Old Dominion, for God's sakes. There's Frazier catching it, getting us inside the 15. Be smart. Stay in the pocket. Rosart. Oh, trying to throw the dart up and over. We just can't get enough height under our ball right now. Looking to run the option, and we're going to keep it. Just getting by. One defender, and getting laid out at the 10. 3rd and 6. Trying to get in and get 6 here, and there we go. There we go. That's Nathan Bray. A 9-yard touchdown reception. We got to just calm down a bit. If we can drive downfield for another TD here, I'm going to feel pretty good about ourselves. But, I mean, we just need to calm down. We're missing open men because we're scrambling right off the start of a play. And that's not going to get us the Heisman, and it's definitely not going to get us the national championship. And I know I'm not eating a lot of clock, but in this game, I just need to get some more practice, get some more confidence back. There's Frazier. I mean, we have 3 touchdowns, but we have those 2 interceptions, which are just so costly. We can squeeze that one to Griffin. Marshall Griffin. Nice. Griffin has 5 catches for 146 yards today. We're closing in on 400 yards passing. Stay in the pocket. Don't predetermine who we're throwing it to. Going to just dump this one off to Steven Jackson, who's going to find us 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Let's find the end zone. And there's Dustin Wilcox open over the center. And that's another touchdown. Come on, let's start lighting up this scoreboard. 40-10. We get the ball back in decent field position. We're just trying to stay confident here. Squeezing. Oh, whoa, no. I thought I could squeeze it, and it didn't even look that covered. Oh, no. At least on the blitz, I thought for sure I could get that over the middle. 6 interceptions on the season. We only had 10 last season. At this rate, we'll have like 24 this year. We got to calm down. And I keep saying that, but we just have to. It's because I feel like I need to scramble and do things to carry the team, even though we're already up by so much. I'm just playing with a totally different mindset. I guess I just need to develop trust from my receivers and trust in my offensive line. I'd rather take more sacks this season than throw these interceptions. So trust in the offensive line, stay in the pocket, and just hope for the very best. See, no one is open here. Literally not one person. Even on the cutback, we didn't even see Frazier get open. And we're cutting all the way back up the opposite side of the field, trying to cut around again down at the 48. Taking the snap again, trying to find anyone open, and there we go. Floating that one to Crowder. He's going to find us 18 yards. Okay, let's see. I'm not seeing anyone open again. Nightmares. Things nightmares are made out of. And down to the 20 inside the red zone. This should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. We're just going to give it to Steven Jackson, who's going to find some space up the middle and get us 5 yards. I kind of want to run this play. It's a quarterback scramble. I mean, I need any little praise I can get right now. So 1 second left. Let's do it. Let's run this play. Let's spin off of it. And we find 4 yards. And we're hurt. Of course we are. I don't think we're going to see any time in this game anymore. 54-17. And that's the end of this game. We are 3-0, but I definitely don't feel like we deserve it. We're lucky we started off against some easy competition, almost losing to Rutgers. Now, they're pretty even competition on paper, but we definitely should have beat them by a bit more than what we did. I need to improve drastically. We had such a great season last year. winning every award you could imagine, 5 touchdowns today, 2 tackles. I don't want 2 tackles ever again. We're throwing too many interceptions, and we're scrambling and rolling out too much. We just need to go back to basics. That's all we got to do. Thomas Nicholson came in relief for us in the fourth quarter, 5 or 6. He had a touchdown, 39 yards, looking pretty good. And looked decent, 64% completion percentage, 430 yards, 4 TDs. These interceptions, though, man, it just reminds me of our freshman season. Running the ball today, 15 for 65, a touchdown. We weren't electric today, and I'm disappointed because it was against a team that we definitely should have been electric against. Moss and Griffin had great games out at receiving. And then we had Frazier, Long, and Wilcox getting touchdowns, along with Bray getting 2. A good game for our teammates, but something's in our head, and we just have to clear our mind before these Big 12 games. A much-needed win. Lawrence is buzzing following a 54-17 win over Old Dominion. 3-0. We're sitting at number 18. Let's see what happens when we advance. Wow, we had a huge jump. Now we're sitting at number 14 in the top 25, but we have another bye week. Whoever made our schedule should be fired. 3 bye weeks out of 6 weeks? We don't need that much rest. Heisman watch-wise, we moved up 1 spot, sitting at number 3. You got to keep in mind that we really only had about 3 games, and some of these teams have already played 4, 5, or 6 games. So, we could still very rightfully be number 1 right now. It's just going to kind of take until the end of the season for that to develop. Conference standings right now, Texas won their first conference game. Iowa State lost one. We're going to see them dropping down relatively quickly. Still undefeated in the conference, TCU, Oklahoma State, Baylor. I think we face TCU in our next matchup, so one of us two won't be undefeated after this matchup, and it's going to be nerve-wracking. Let's improve our carrying and our stiff arm just so we don't fumble the ball as much anymore. Wow, we were up to number 11 in the nation now, and TCU is ranked number 19. They're 4-0, we're 3-0, and this could not be a bigger conference opening game for us. TCU is toted way better than us on paper. A-, A+, B+. Their rating's much better, but Kirk is still going with us. We're the hot hand on a 23-game win streak. Will we advance it to 24? I guess that's going to be found out next episode. I'm going to get this upgrade for carrying and agility just because I really want to improve those. And after having so many bye weeks, we've now been removed completely off the Heisman list because we're in week 7 and we've only played 3 games. I think we'll get back on here, but it's going to be a struggle if we're going to try to repeat and win the Heisman twice. Conference standings, Oklahoma State, TCU still undefeated. We're undefeated. The only undefeated teams in our conference, so there's only 3 of us left. West Virginia's lost 1, Texas lost 1, Baylor's lost 1, Oklahoma's lost 1, Kansas State's lost 1, Texas Tech has lost 2, and Iowa State's lost 3. So like I said, I think my predictions are going to come true. They're going to finish towards the bottom of this conference, but I'm just really excited to get into conference play. Here's how our stats stack up over the season. If you look, your 2014 was just an amazing year. We won 4 awards. It was great. We only had 9 interceptions, okay? We already have 6 this season. We had 17 in our freshman season. Now, granted, we didn't start all the games in our freshman year, but we're on par not to have that great of a season. 12 touchdowns is great. That means we're averaging 4 per game. We could have 48 touchdowns. It could be our most productive offensive year, but we could also have a lot of turnovers. So we're going to have to turn these around, especially because NFL scouts are watching us. They have a lot of expectations. We won all these awards. They're really seeing what we can do and if we can carry Kansas, and we just have to prove we can. So we just have to go into TCU with a clear mind and just play the football we played last season. But that's where we're going to end this episode. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn on those notifications if you're new, and until next time, peace out.